What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Um, I don't know if you guys are gonna hear an echo, but if you do, I apologize. So today's video, I figured I'd remake a video that wasn't well received, and I figured I'd give my thoughts and opinions on it. So this situation came up in the 9th of June, which is very sad to see, of course. A lot has happened, I guess, and sadly, this person died this year in June 2021. Now, details. So, this person we're going to be talking about is well known in the adult film industry. She's won numerous amounts of rewards for the work she's done and etc. Now, this person goes by the name Dakota Skye, but real name is Lauren K. Scott. Hopefully I pronounced that right. This person was well known for a drug addiction and a in, constant battle with depression and stuff like that. Now, I want to clarify I'm not making this second video to replace the other one for clout, follows, etc. I don't need that attention. I do not plan to make money off of this chick's name, even though it's sad to say that she is no longer here on this planet anymore. Now, I want to personally say that my sincere condolences go out to the father or family members, boyfriends, etc., who have been affected by this tragic loss. I understand I'm a little behind on this, so please bear with me. I want to make sure I do better in a video like this, so I apologize if I send the wrong message or the wrong vibes and etc. It's not my intention. I will say that this girl was 27 years old, so still young, still had a lot to live for. I believe one of before she passed, she got a lot of slack for flashing her breasts at a George Floyd memorial, I guess is what they call it. It was just like some graffiti with George Floyd on it and remembrance of him. And to celebrate George Floyd's life, she decided it was a good idea to basically flash her tits in front of that, which she caught a lot of slack of, and I believe that's what drew her to continue her drug addiction, even and making it worse. Now I want to say that this person had every chance to get help, regardless if it's a person, talking with you and trying to figure out what best helps you besides turning to drugs. Um, but it's tragic to see because she leaves behind a family and whatnot, and a very huge fan base as far as I'm concerned. But it's disappointing. Now there are some things I regret in regards to this situation due to the fact that I was actually one of the few people who would troll her in the comments on Twitter, and I ended up getting blocked. No, I wasn't gonna pay a $500 fee to be unblocked, but I mean, I personally didn't really understand much of her situation until after. So I blame myself for that, for being an asshole, and I get that. It says here, the Rolling Stone, on June 9th of 2021, police in Los Angeles, Skid Row, a neighborhood frequented, I guess that's the best way to say it, by homeless people and substance abuse, responded to a call from a man in a trailer. The man said that a woman had stopped by hours earlier requesting to take a nap. He obligated, offering her a spot on his couch, but when he checked on her in the morning, she wasn't breathing. The woman's name was Lauren Scott, and she loved I guess karaoke. I have no idea why that's in there. Hilary Duff and once harbored dreams of becoming a marine biologist, but she was better known as Dakota Skye. This is heartbreaking, and like I said, people with this kind of problem, they have every chance in life to be able to get help before it gets worse. Um, let's see. Sky had started in nearly 300 movies since entering the industry 8 years ago. When she was 19, from Couples Bang to Baby Sister 10 to Young Girl Seductions 9. Even though she was 27 at the time of her death, practically, uh, not going to say that, uh, in in porn years, her pity stature, I guess that's what they call it. She was just 5 feet tall, and uh, this is, I can't even finish that sentence, to be honest. Like, this is serious. This is absolutely serious. And like I said, people have the ability to get help. It's the fact that a lot of people continue to do something like this and thinking that it's going to get better. It really doesn't. And personally, for me, I know this is not in the drug type family or whatever, but I'm a heavy smoker with cigarettes. I smoked weed once and never really picked it up again. But I do want to comment because at 27, 27, think about that. That's the same age as my sister. That is nuts. Not once did I think that someone with a profession like this would end up about 8 feet underground at 27. This is ridiculous. According to the LA County Department of Medical Examiner, Coroner Skye's cause of death has not been determined, and the office refused to release documents related to her death to Rolling Stone until the case was closed. But it was well known in adult critic circles, that she struggled with substance abuse at the time of her death. So that's out there. I see that now. But with something like this, you got to understand that drugs, when it comes to depression and stuff like that, if you really have a drug issue, you should really talk to somebody. I mean, even if you're a recovering addict, it's still not the best option to like simply deal with your depression and whatnot. And it's scary. You're putting a bunch of chemicals in your body that are affecting you in a very negative way. And I mean, people may use this kind of stuff like a lot, but at the same time, you got to realize that there are other ways to cope with something like this, not just drugs, but like if you can get a hold of people you trust, then that will be, I mean, that's helpful itself. I personally feel bad for this lost soul, not gonna lie. I mean, granted, a lot of the times I was an asshole, but still, I mean, with everything going on, I mean, I kind of wish this didn't happen, especially with someone this young. According to Lee, I don't know. Global Sky told him that when she first entered the industry, she had expressed to, I have no idea who this guy is, that she was only comfortable with booking girl/girl shots, a fairly common ask for young women new to the porn industry. For her agent to immediately start booking her roles in boy and girl scenes. It was certainly a bait and switch says, again, not gonna pronounce that these names. I want to make sure I keep people's names out of the mix. Denied any memory of this, saying Skye had requested to do boy and girl scenes off the bat. I I feel like the industry is not a good place. I mean, there could be newer people who want to be a part of the industry, so to speak, but I don't think that any more people should join. I mean, granted, it's their choice, believe it or not, but I mean, like at the end of the day, you're putting your junk and everything online. I mean, personally, do what makes you happy. That's what I'm gonna say about it, but don't be surprised if somebody who's in charge decides to book your roles for you after you make a request for specific roles and you don't get what you want. Which I believe that's what this is saying that happened to Dakota. Um, I honestly, I don't really know what to say. I don't. I've actually been sitting on this topic for quite a bit after the last video, which I plan on replacing with this. But the main point is that if you are struggling with this kind of stuff, if it's gotten worse, then go to rehab. Like now. Because struggling with drugs is not a good thing. You're affecting not only your friends, but your family and everybody you know around you, including your job, which I believe that's another part of this article that basically said why Skye wasn't personally doing films for quite some time and stuff like that. I definitely wish the people who are affected that they get well or something like that. I don't really know the right words to say for this, if I'm being completely honest. But I will say my thoughts and prayers are with the people that are affected by this. And even though it happened, months ago, and personally, I don't hear about this stuff until I start looking it up. And I mean, when I saw this and I looked it up, curiosity killed the cat, and bam. But yeah, if you're struggling with drug addiction and whatnot, just, dude, find something else to do, man. Like, please find something else to do. All right? You don't need this kind of attention. You don't need people, on your backs when it comes to doing this stuff. I mean, honestly, drug addiction is the worst thing that can happen to you personally. And I think that is a very serious thing. So if you are struggling and you're out there and you're doing your thing, get help. Like, really, get help. This stuff is not something to fuck around with. It really isn't. But I figured I'd get my last thoughts out there, redo the video and give you guys some real content here. Now, I apologize for not having any of the articles I was reading on the screen. I am still getting used to editing. I actually have not looked up how to post these articles up on screen yet, so I apologize. This is another video with my voice and gameplay. I'm trying to start out with something simple. This is my first week doing commentary, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new here on the channel. Follow me on Twitter at JohnnyMobBoss. And as always, for the articles I'm reading, I will personally link this article in the description box down below, along with my Twitter, so you guys can check that out. I post every now and then, not all the time. There are sometimes where I get a chance and I see something, I'm going to comment on it, or I'll like it or whatever, retweet, etc. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, my thoughts and prayers to the families and people who are affected by this. And yeah, with that being said, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy.